so you can send anyone to try to take this title from me. But don't send anyone that you want back.
I want the throne.
Sounds for the man. I found my daddy Wakanda clause in this place.
So we start back off on Wakanda just to see these two already trying to box for the title of King and T'Challa's net worth. So for this man Killmonger, the stakes can get any higher, cause if bro lose, he finna be trapped in Wakandan prison right next to the diddler. But on the other hand, if he could win,
oh my god! 4 quarters! I'm the richest in the world!
and for all y'all who saw the last vid, y'all already know how this fade about to go. All it took was Killmonger to get cut one time and he immediately started tweaking out. Bro, I can't lie, I knew it was raps the second bro pulled up talking about some, I lived my entire life waiting for this moment right here. I killed in America, Afghanistan, Iraq. Every single mark on my body represents a kill. Every kill made so I could finally come and kill you. I'm sorry, what? I guess my dog hasn't heard of the notes app. Like my boy, you do not need to be doing all that. So they start to fight and Killmonger's out here moving like he's the type of guy to say all he sees is red when he gets angry. My dog even broke his spear down just so he can get into closer range. And you could tell this man was filled with rage. He was not trying to plan out any attacks. My dog saw T'Challa and threw all those years of military training straight out the window and started spamming the same move over and over again like a nigga who don't know the controls in a fighting game. And the crazy thing is, it works for bro. Cause we see this man out here beating T'Challa's shield to shreds. But I had that junk looking worse than whatever butt chin America was carrying around in thunderbolts. But before Killmonger can completely destroy his shield, T'Challa is able to retaliate and hit this man with a leg sweep, just for Killmonger to bounce back up and remember he had to put on for the culture. So he starts locking in and hits this man with a block, weave. And if that wasn't bad enough, Killmonger then proceeds to walk down on T'Challa and make that nigga hit the Colin Kaepernick. And whole time they in Africa, so I'm thinking that about to give T'Challa a power up or something. My man about to unlock the 8 gates and get plus 10 attributes to the black part of his name. But nah, my man just continues to get cooked. And whole time this scene was going on, I was really rooting for my dog T'Challa. But as much as I hate to say it, this man Killmonger is just built different. My man really blocked the hit, dodged out the way, stupid, and stabbed this man all in one continuous motion. Just to walk over to T'Challa, pick him up, and toss his ass off a cliff like Simba. And this right here is when we find out that Killmonger is really in a league of his own when it comes to this hater shit. Like all I'm saying is you could tell my man really did his research on these Wakandans before pulling up. Cause what do you mean bro's gonna hit T'Challa with the one thing both cats and my fellow non-swimmers hate? Water. I can't lie, that's like a double kryptonite. My man T'Challa has to pick a struggle. And this right here is the exact reason why I always say they did T'Challa dirty in these movies. Cause how are you one of the strongest heroes in the MCU and all it takes to beat you is to throw you into 70% of Earth? My dog is a whole African king and Ryan Coogler had him going out like these. And keep in mind, T'Challa is worth $90 trillion with a T. And you're trying to convince me that bro couldn't invest in a floaty? Nah, they really disrespected my culture. So after seeing this man T'Challa get packed up and put in a crisp move edit, Nakia, Shuri, and a few other Wakandans decide to run off while Killmonger turns to the crowd and starts talking mad crazy.
He has defeated that king.
Nah, I am your king.
You need to leave.
So after that, the scene switches to Wakanda and we see Killmonger out here on his first day as king. And just off bro fit alone, I can already tell this man is unhinged. Last time he pulled up rocking the Vegeta, this time he pulled up in the Blade cosplay. Just for bro to stand up out of his throne and start giving his crazy ass speech. And the worst part is, some of these Wakandans actually started feeling bro. It's like these niggas saw the Creed at one time and immediately started glazing.
Now come look at this.
Next to your pop talking to me like this.
On my first day as king, we're gonna get a few orders in place. First things first, we gotta unite our people from around the world. And like I said before, this weekend, all y'all ladies got a trip to Turkey on me. And last but not least, get the plans ready, cause we're gonna murder all our enemies and their YNs.
Wait, we were with you until the killing parts.
And believe me y'all, I am not capping. No exaggeration, this nigga actually said that shit.
We're gonna send vibranium weapons out to our war dogs so they can finally rise up and kill those in power and their children.
Pause the camera right there. This nigga is crazy.
And whole time this was going on, this man Wakabi in the corner nodding his head along to that lame ass speech, looking like he's pretending to pay attention in class so the teacher don't pick him for a question. Even though I'm knowing this man not hearing a thing right now. I know for a fact all this man thinking about is that trip to Turkey bro was talking about earlier. My man saw Koya in a wig and couldn't focus on anything else since. Anyways, after his speech, a few Wakandans start to disagree with Killmonger, so bro stands up and hits them all with the system reset. Silence! I will show you the way.
He will show us the way.
And just like that, they'll run the room. So all these Wakandans start to take action on Killmonger's plans. And the only people to actually disagree with him at this point is T'Challa's family and Nakia. So after seeing how this man already controlling all these Wakandans, they decide to evacuate the premises like a fire drill. And the next time we catch back up with them, they all the way out in these mountains about to ask M'Baku and the Jabari tribe for help. And why they decided to ask the Jabari tribe for help out of all people, instead of maybe like, I don't know, the Avengers, is beyond me. Like, it is a known fact that the Jabari and these Wakandans do not get along. I mean, to put this into perspective for y'all, the Jabari tribe hate the Wakandans so much that they deadass decided as Africans to pack up their bags and move all the way to the Caucasus Mountains. And after seeing these living conditions, I finally understand why M'Baku and the Jabari tribe pulled up looking ashy as shit the first time they fought T'Challa.
Oh! He needs some milk!
So they finally end up reaching the top of the mountain, and that's when they find this man M'Baku sitting on his throne. So they try to ask him for help and even offer up the heart-shaped herb so he can help them beat Killmonger. But like I said before, this man was not messing with them off for it. I could have told Nakia from the jump this wouldn't work. She tried pulling up on bro like,
M'Baku, we bring to you a special herb. T'Challa has been killed, and you are the only hope.
Hey, Dake! Disgusting Wakandan, shut your mouth before you catch flies. You think you could come into my kingdom and ask me for assistance?
Please, M'Baku, I will do anything.
Anything.
On second thoughts, I'll help you on one condition. You know Kia must be my wife. No, I cannot. I am promised to King T'Challa.
So everyone starts kneeling down on the ground in front of M'Baku, including this man Agent Ross. And I can't lie, my dog lost so much aura right here, bro. Cause how are you a grown man kneeling down in front of another grown man? My boy, unless your name is Jesus Christ, you will never catch me doing that. So they all start talking some more until they're finally able to come to a resolution.
Wait, I wasn't finished. You must be my wife in a Jordan Peele movie. $10 an hour. That's like $1 trillion naira. You know that is a lot of money. Okay, if that is what I must do for King T'Challa, then I will do it. And sex scenes? You are pushing it.
So after agreeing to his request, M'Baku starts leading them down to the shore. And that's where we see this man T'Challa laid on the ground looking like he had that Wim Hof treatment. And I know some of y'all probably wondering right now, how was T'Challa able to survive not only getting thrown off a cliff, but also being plunged into freezing cold water as a man that we already established cannot swim? And the answer to that is plot armor. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this movie has a lot of that.
Oh, he lives! The ancient technique of smothering his face with Vaseline must have worked and protected him from the cold.
So M'Baku starts letting them know that ever since T'Challa showed up, he's been in this state. And if they try to move him, he'll probably die from his injuries. So T'Challa's mom looks over to Nakia and asks her for the ancient herb and starts mixing it up into a drink for T'Challa. And I just find it funny how whole time this scene was going on, we see Shuri over here looking down at that drink looking jealous as shit. She about to hit bro with a,
Give me that. What? I'm joking. I'm joking.
So they finish mixing up the herb and give it to T'Challa before covering his whole body in snow. But before we get to see if they're able to get off the revive, we switch back to Wakanda just to see this man Killmonger going through his first African nighting. So bro goes to sleep and wakes up in the ancestral realm just to have a conversation with his pops. And I don't know what this man said to him, but the second Killmonger popped at the ground, he started moving mad crazy. My dog even picked this girl up by the throat and started choking the shit out of her ass. And this right here is when I realized bro went full crash out. Cause how you finna do all this to Auntie, knowing the amount of shit that's finna be talked about you on WhatsApp? But this man Killmonger does not care. Bro beat one Black Panther and now we think he's the toughest African in the world. So Killmonger pops outside with this J Guapo at cardigan with this fake ass Wakandan Wakabi. And I'm not gonna lie, I know a milkman when I see one. Wouldn't even surprise me if bro didn't even know his own language. Man, no wonder him and Okoye have been feuding this whole movie. Bro be trying to make plans with Okoye while she's speaking Wakandanese like these.
A part tip redact. What? A part tip redact scavern. What are you talking? Kashmirga.
Hey man, all I'm saying is my dog does not know what he's missing out on. My dog must have never seen a body built off yam and jollof. I can't lie, it's peak. You throw an Ice Spice and Quen Blackwell and this is pretty much paradise. So the camera starts panning across the characters as they're about to take action on Killmonger's plan. And this is when we find out that Okoye is an Olatunji. I could spot that cranium from anywhere. So they start loading up these planes with weapons. And out of nowhere, one of them comes crashing down out of the sky. So everyone starts to run over to see what caused this plane to crash. And they all look over just to see my dog T'Challa looking clean as shit, ready to run the fate with all of Wakanda. My man looking like LeBron in 2016 came back with a vengeance to fight for his whole city. And not only did my dog come back from the ancestral realm, but bro had a pep talk with his pops right before this fate, so you know he about to come on some bad timing. And this right here is why I always said, besides Miles Morales, T'Challa might be the coldest hero in the MCU. And if some of y'all don't agree with that, name one superhero came back to life looking clean as shit. Nah, I said looking clean. This dude looked like he copped that drip straight off the Epic store. Got the same body definition as Neon. So we switch back over to T'Challa on the battlefield, and all I'm gonna say is you can tell this man is not playing at all. Bro heard about the great lock-in in 2025 and finally decided to stand on business. Had this man Killmonger looking over like, so you still wanna fight? I bet. And we pan back to T'Challa just to see him hitting this evil ass grin. My dog heard that they were gonna run it back for a second time and immediately started talking like Stephen A.
This is exactly what I've been waiting for. This is exactly, I don't mean to sound like Cat Williams, but this is exactly what I've been waiting for.
Bro was so ready to run the fade, he even started to hit the Frieza, the Sukuna, dare I say it, the baby chief do it, just to walk up and casually drop one of the coldest entrances of all time. Indijaka! I never yielded! You are not not even close. My dog really out here making speeches like MLK and proving that cats have 9 lives at the same time. It do not get any more peak than this. Like, do y'all know the amount of aura you need to have to pull up and immediately have all the hugs switching sides? It's nice to know even Wakanda, they still choosing.
You think I'm pretty?
Of course.
You want some head? You want some head?
Go on some head.
Not even 30 minutes ago, my girl was talking about how she has to stay loyal to the throne.
I am loyal to the throne, no matter who sits upon it.
Just for her to see her glorious King T'Challa pop out from the dust and start looking at Killmonger like, run your shit. What? I thought it was your king. I am loyal to Wakanda. So Killmonger decides to order Wakabi to fight T'Challa. And bro could not hide the expression on his face right now. It tells it all.
Is this nigga serious?
So Wakabi and his army run out to go fight T'Challa on the battlefield while Killmonger stays back to run the fade with the Ball Brigade. And as strong as Killmonger is, that's a tough ask even for him. Because for those of y'all who don't know, these black queens right here are some of the strongest fighters in Wakanda. No word of a lie, they are all goated. So Okoye starts looking over to Killmonger like,
My king, you wouldn't hit a girl, would you?
these hands ready to eat for everyone, shoddy. And then we see Killmonger straight off this Timu cardigan and get in this lame ass fighting stance. And if I'm being honest, I'm not liking bro chances right now. Like, you know it's bad when before the fade Okoye looking at bro like,
Ladies, attack formation.
and sends off like 80% of her squad to go help T'Challa. Like, my boy, they do not take your ass serious. But if I'm being honest, I think that they underestimate him, bro. Because they start off trying to run the 4v1 just for Killmonger to hit this girl with a front kick, block, and start choking her out in front of everybody. And my dog not slick. Don't think I ain't noticed this freak ass position. Bro really hit her with that Peter Parker before doing the unthinkable and killing fine shit.
Wakanda forever.
And I can't lie to y'all, the type of disrespect that was displayed in that scene is just crazy. Not only did my man crash out and kill Shorty after she pledged her allegiance to Wakanda, but bro even had the audacity to push her ass on the way down. It's not even like she was trying to fight back. My dog just doing this for the love of the game. So they all continue fighting as the scene switches to T'Challa out here running routes on the field like a tight end. And after losing that first fade to Killmonger, I know this man did not come to lose for a second time, especially in front of his people. So these Wakandan soldiers start to run up on T'Challa and put up all their shields as a barricade, just for this man T'Challa to keep running and leap over these niggas with ease and hit him with a,
Oh look, my ult is ready.
Armed and dangerous!
Nah, I can't lie, that shit kinda crazy. My dog really spent one day with Bucky and Wakanda and he really out here using this man ult on his own people. Then he turns his attention to Wakabi and the rest of these Wakandans running straight at him. And I don't know what this man thinking he about to do running up with this weak ass loadout. Like, my dog really decided to pull up into the Shiki instead of armor. So Wakabi tries hitting T'Challa with his sword and follows it up with the backhand, just for this lame ass nigga to hurt himself off of Black Panther armor and get spinning roundhouse kick straight across the map. So Wakabi stands back up and just by the look on this man's face right now, I can tell you about a snitch. So bro starts calling for backup and that's when we see all these big back rhinos start to charge the field. And they start off exclusively targeting anyone on the battlefield with a baldy. Bro, I know for a fact niggas who experimented with JXTRHO growing up terrified right now. But this right here is when King T'Challa shows us why he's king. Cause while everyone else is running for their lives, bro over here running directly into danger. My dog really moving like that one extra in Spider-Man. So T'Challa continues running at these soldiers and hits this clean ass 720 kick. Right before this rhino sneaks up behind him and sends his ass flying. Had my dog waking up like,
Oh, I was not expecting that. He's down, go, jump his ass.
Fight back, nigga. Fight back.
And to be honest, it's looking like T'Challa about to get cooked by this fake ass Wakandan. And right as bro's about to get slimed out by his own people, he looks over just to see Killmonger about to put Shuri on a t-shirt. And at this point, I think this man Killmonger just lost the plot of what he was originally trying to do. Like, for a guy whose whole thing is black empowerment and bringing the black community together, bro is not doing a good job of showing that off at all. So Killmonger turns to look at Shuri before giving her ultimatum and says he might spare her if she says he's the king of Wakanda. And at the same time this going down, T'Challa watching this in the corner of his eye while still getting jumped. So he decides to let off a blast to get the crowd off him before rushing over to try to help in time. Y'all just had to do things your way, cuz you think I'm about to beg you for my life? Because I won't. Alright, nigga. And then we see these two continue to fade in midair. This is exactly how I envision them anime fights be looking. And T'Challa was really out here giving this man the hands until he got hold by the ceiling and comes crashing down to the ground. And Killmonger takes full advantage. My guy dropped down hitting that superhero pose and everything, as these two get ready to run it back for all of Africa. And you could not make this up. The symbolism in this scene is crazy. You really got these niggas fighting for all of Wakanda in an underground world. Bro, I cannot make this up. So these two start going hit for hit until Killmonger grabs T'Challa and throws him into his pillar, just for my man to maneuver that pole like a stripper and spin back around on this man, creating an orb blast so big it sends them both flying. So T'Challa starts to think of a plan and tells Shuri to activate the train.
Turn on the train on the bottom track.
The stabilizers won't deactivate your suit. You won't have protection.
Neither will he.
So she turns on the railway and the force field around them starts to deactivate the power in their suits, leaving both these niggas vulnerable. So T'Challa hits this man with the spinning hook kick as the train comes passing by, separating these two. So they both start staring each other down before Killmonger gets so filled up with anger he decides to hit T'Challa where it hurts. I don't need no suit to kill you. As soon as we're done, I'ma track down anyone who even think of being loyal to you and put their ass in the dirt right next to Zuri. And after hearing that, T'Challa starts tweaking out. And the worst part is, he can't even do anything about it until this train passed. Anyways, while that's going on, we cut back up top just to see M'Baku pulling up with the Jabari tribe. So W'Kabi looks over to bro and tries to run straight at him, just for Okoye to step in front in the last second and make this man hit the E-brake. So bro hops off the round to start talking to Okoye. And I can't lie to y'all, the fact that this woman chose her country instead of her husband is crazy to me.
Would you kill me, my love?
For Wakanda. Without question.
And after seeing that these niggas are finally outnumbered, W'Kabi and the rest of his soldiers decide to put down their weapons for Wakanda. But even though they were able to come to an understanding, when we catch back up with Black Panther and Killmonger, these two still going at it. And this man Killmonger really going try hard as shit. Nigga hitting emotes mid-fade for what? And all that showboating bro was doing immediately backfired, cause T'Challa decides to knock the sword out of his hands, that grabs it in the midair and stabs this man straight in the chest. A move so clean even Killmonger had to glaze him.
Hell of a move.
My dog really had to change of heart 5 minutes too late. So Killmonger looks at T'Challa and gives him his final speech.
My pop said Wakanda was the most beautiful thing you ever seen. He promised he was gonna show it to me one day. You believe that?
So after hearing that, T'Challa decides to pick him up and carry him back to the same clip they had their first fate to watch the sunset. And at this point in the movie, T'Challa probably thinking the same thing I am. Even though this man is crazy, they could probably use him in Wakanda. But as soon as I heard bro say this,
just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships, cause they knew death was better than bondage.
I knew it was OV. So with that, T'Challa picks up N'Jaka for a proper burial and heads back over to watch over his kingdom of Wakanda. And bro even had some character development, cause this man finally had the balls to ask Nakia out on a date, and even started to share some of the wealth of Wakanda and give back to the culture around the world. Ovi, man, nigga, you more like LaMarcus Aldridge. I'ma put this on world. Brother, why are we here? And what is that man doing? Forget about him, Shadi. This is where our father killed our uncle. Oh good, it looks like they're tearing it down. No, Shadi, that is where you're wrong. And this movie ends with T'Challa buying the same community Killmonger grew up in so we could build it up for the future. Bro even took out a shit from Wakanda to show off to the kids.
What the hell is that? That's like a Bugatti spaceship. Oh, it came out of nowhere. Did y'all see that? We can take this back to the house.
Anyways, more of the story, y'all.
This time for Africa.
Bye. Have a beautiful day.
I give you all of my love, huh? You do that shit all the way, huh? Why you always act brand new? Like, who is this hoe? Like, what is your name? Huh? I gotta change for you, nah, I cannot change for you, huh? Late night, I'm in the store, yeah, same here, think about you.
Come on, ladies, £1 fish. Come on, ladies, £1 fish. £1 fish.